Hi, I'm Martina. Welcome to Magnetic Clarity. I'm a kinesiologist. I use tarot to explore downloads that will help us cultivate the life we want.
Hi everyone. So today's reading is about what's getting revealed, what you're releasing, and also what you're receiving. So I've used the moon card from the tarot to represent that. I'm using the moon card to demonstrate that. And if you would like to pick your deck, I've also added a charm. So pile number 1, you have a shooting star. Pile number 2, you have a cat. And pile number 3, you have a fairy, Tinkerbell energy. So just have a look at the cards, use your intuition, and I will see you in the readings. Okay, hi pile 1. So this is your moon card, Dorothy from the Golden Girls. I'm drawn to the sense that she has this vision, message, connection, and I feel like she's trying to deliver it somehow. And she's using this pendant as a reminder, almost like a talisman, to remember that what she can see with inside her third eye and her connection to source, that she is here with pure intentions, and that she's trying to bring it into a space that's bigger than just herself and also something tangible. And I feel like with the shooting star energy, maybe you do have a similar feeling and a wish fulfillment, that you're trying to work with something, maybe a dream, a hope, a project, a message, and it's about what is going to be revealed through this journey for yourself. Um, I'm going to pick 3 oracle cards to help with the reading. And also, I'm going to obviously use an essential oil, because I always do. It helps me tune into the emotional component of the reading. And it also clears stuck energy, emotional energy, which you will benefit from as well, because energy has no boundaries, right? Um, so we're going to look at what you need to release, or what is releasing from your current reality. Maybe you've gone through some upgrades, and also what you're receiving. And by consequence, it's a way of showing you what is being revealed in the next little while. And because we're working with moon energy, I thought I would put it into like a 28 to 30 day prediction, or an energy grid of that sort of time, human time frame. And yeah, we'll see what comes up. Moon energy can be quite hard to read, because sometimes we're not always privy to the revelations that happen to us. And we just always have to rely and trust in the divine on some level, and that can suck from the human perspective. But I feel like this energy is about illuminating it. So I actually am hopeful that we will get. Okay, let me just get your card. Essential oil is basil, sweet basil. Rejuvenation lives and works with integrity of self. Okay. It's kind of got a gritty smell to it, even though it's sweet basil. It's definitely, it feels kind of grounded and rooted, really. It's got a sense of soiledness about that. So I am kind of wondering where you're at with your energy. So let's have a look. Show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. Okay. Memento mori. There might not be a someday. Protected by angels. You are cherished by the angels. Hmm. I'm feeling with this energy, with this purple stone here in the center of the chest, and also within the sword of the action. I feel like it's kind of echoing what it is that you know internally to be true about your story and that you do want to share something. And I'm wondering if maybe there's a little fear around that. But the cards are letting you know that there is protection, that this information that you feel that you're receiving, you're on the right track. It's yours to deliver. And it just seems like maybe with showing the world the real you and integrity of the self, and I feel like it's getting hinted here as well. You've got 18 into 19. I feel like you might be postponing, you might be delaying this somehow, because even though you 100% believe in this story you need to share, there is some sort of integration that hasn't quite um, converted yet, it seems. It seems like there kind of might be a bit of distortion happening. But I'm going to see what Tara says, because what I'm sensing is that maybe, like we all do, we sometimes get in our own way, don't we? So let's see what it is that you need to, first of all, release, or what is being released. Two of Swords, Three of Swords, and the Hierophant. This is really echoing exactly that. It's like you, you you're unsure. You're not sure of your action, and I feel like you've been. I think you know this. This is why you're releasing it. Is that you have kind of talked yourself into a spin that sometimes you might have. You just can't really see. It's like you can't see the 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 coding or the messaging that you are delivering. You know it's there, but you can't seem to integrate it. It's outside of you. You've kind of not been able to align it. Maybe it is showing the real world, the real you, and maybe there's a bit of hiding there. It's like there is some pain from the past where it's it's not been easy to get to this point, but I feel like that's why your story has to be shared, because it's that kind of pain that you've been able to alchemize. And now you might be in a sense of, or you've definitely been given this gift to share. That's why you have the Hierophant. You are connected. Um, but it's kind of your job or your mission to bring it into teachable concepts. I feel like that is part of what you have been working on, is how to bring this down. And there's a lot of wishing and dreaming with it. You are trying to manifest it, but I feel like with this, there might not be a someday, and it's it's got Dorothy's mom in this Hierophant card. That just be careful, time does, go fast when you're in hiding. It's like we can all waste a lot of time, can't we, by procrastination and not getting on with the job at hand. But I feel like you're constantly getting these echoes of messages, so you know it's there. You've just got a bit of self-doubt, I think. I feel like and I think with full moon in Aquarius, um, Aquarius energy is so forward thinking, and there is a touch of this. Um, you've got a vision for humanity, so you do have quite a broad concept, and that is why it's so um, high frequency. But I think there's also, I think whatever lessons you've been learning, you're now turning them into definitely teachable concepts, that you are prepared to now share this. But there might have been imposter syndrome up until recently where you're wondering if you've learned enough lessons to then be able to dispense it to others. And the trick with that is sometimes when you are wanting to do that and you're suffering from imposter syndrome, what happens is we think we have to have all the work completed, like we've got to fully heal everything about ourselves before we feel entitled to share it. But that's not true. You literally just have to be 2 or 3 steps along the way ahead of the journey to then be able to look back and reach and help others along the way. Um, let's see what it is that's what's coming into your energy. What are you receiving, beloveds? The Fool, the Nine of Cups. Well, there you go. you, you, you and that. You've got the Magician at the bottom of the deck. You're coming into a choice now where you're starting to see that. It's like you're still guided, you're protected by the angels, you're getting the divine wisdom. You have the energy of Aquarius within you. So now it's just about making that choice to, even with this, the Lover's card, it's almost like wearing the same uniform, but not exactly. It's like same, but different. It's like your story has an echo for the people that you're about to help or going to help. That it's kind of like a divine union on some level. It's like the universe is co-creating with you. It's whatever you're looking for, the universe helps you find it, and the right people find you. So if you have a fear about being seen or putting it off until you know more or you know better, um, that's fear and doubt talking. So we'll never have that sense of enoughness. That goes around a lot, that we don't ever feel enough. But I think that is just part of the human experience. I think enoughness can be a false economy because we always want to learn more. And so we always need to have some void, I guess, to always want to perpetuate forward. And I feel like that's why you've now got this new lease of life, the full energy. Um, you're ready to take speed with that. I feel like you're ready or you will be soon, once you've grasped this message maybe, or been able to rejuvenate all of your energy and integrate all of what you know so that you can share it, and you do it from a high frequency, that you're able to run with it, because all of your wishes are coming true. Nine of Cups is like, have your cake and eat it too. You're this is part of your journey. This is what you've been looking for. This is what you're, and it almost like reverses age. I feel like what you've been releasing or holding on to, some of this stuff has kind of aged you, and then you seem to be reversing in age a bit. So I feel like there's a whole new lease of life about this journey, and I think you're ready to take it. And I think let's just see what is being revealed. Let's just see if we can get 3 cards for what is being revealed for pile number 1. Nine of Wands, 7 of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, 8 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, obviously. So I think what's been revealed for you is the fact that all of this hardship that you've gone through, it's actually built your resilience for it. And so I feel like you've learned some really tangible tools that you can share. And I think you're actually going to be creating a business with this, because I feel like with the Ace of Pentacles, it's like a brand new financial abundance beginning. It's like this is how you meet the right people because of the lessons in your life, and you've turned them into blessings. And I feel like with the wish fulfillment, financial abundance, and this brand new lease on life is kind of what you've been waiting for. And I feel like you thought it might not be coming and that you might have been wishing on a shooting star. It felt like so intangible, you couldn't even grasp it, you couldn't hold on to it. But you've been guided all along. It's just that you had to learn those lessons so that you could then alchemize it and stay connected to those angels or those spirit guides or however you resonate. Whoever, whenever you're meditating or, channeling your gifts, the voice you listen to, whether it's just your higher self or some resonance of truth, you know it to be true. It's a faith, it's a knowing. And the fact that you have three major arcanas here, it's like you've realized the capacity of what your dream could bring you, and all you've had to do was choose it. All the work, all the lessons have been done, but it's just now taking that leap of faith, because to show up as the real you and not putting it off to someday never, time's now. You're no longer talking from your wounds. You're definitely talking from scars. Like you're more empowered by who you are, and you've got that grit about you. There's a whole new flavor to you, if you like. There's a whole new grit about you that's worth listening to. And I feel like by walking away with all of those doubts and emotions, it's almost like that's when the moon reveals itself to you. It's like you start to follow not the hidden or the unknown, but you have an ability to bring this energy down and like shine a light on it for everyone around you. Let's just get one final card to close out the reading. Can we have a message for pile one? I love it. It's never too late to try something new, which is kind of like, maybe that's been part of your procrastination. Maybe you think it's too late to like start something new. Maybe you think you know, you feel like you might have missed an opportunity along the way. But the cards are here to tell you that that's so not true. You're walking away from what's not serving you. You're bringing in your wishing fulfillment. Your shooting star is arriving. And not only that, it has tangible financial abundance and it's off to a winning start. So you've done it. You've completely brought it into your reality. And yeah, like I said, we put a time frame on this reading for the next 30 days. So whatever that shows up for you, trust it. Receive this reading, let go, and understand that everything up until this point was to serve your highest good. And that's all you can do. Trust it. It's never too late to try something new. Just be you and do it now, not someday. Okay, pile one, that's all I have for you. If you could like the video, I'd appreciate that, and see you next time. Okay, hi, pile two. So this is your moon card. Girls rule. Yeah, it's strong energy, right? Like she's got this fierce energy. She's anchored in. She's almost got like laser focus. It's almost like the opposite of the moon card. It's like she's breaking through something that maybe she has had confusion around, because I feel like she's almost like ready to make her mark. She's ready to cut through that confusion. Or I know it's an arrow, but to me it looks like a laser, like, yeah, laser focus, laser light, laser something that's just carving through that dense energy. And it's a way for her to, yeah, ground her magic. And you've got cat energy. So I'm not sure what that's about right now. So let's see what the cards say. I'm going to start with an oil because I like to get the emotional component. That also helps me clear the emotional energy, not just for myself, but for you as well. So you will benefit as well. Okay, let's get an oil for pile two. Chamomile, Roman, gentle calmness. 19, 18. So what is that about? Maybe that's your new energy. I'm going to put it that side because I feel like that means something. 1919. It's really funny. I feel like as soon as I inhaled this oil, I did literally slip into calmness that my brain is sort of disconnected. And I think it's not the feeling where, when you're stressed and your brain just goes away, or you just completely disconnect your brain. It was literally like you can't even remember what it was that you were stressed about, or those moments that you felt out of control about. So I'm loving that because that's flow energy, right? That's where you're not holding on to so much resistance that you're blocking your own vision. So I'm just going to get some, we're going to do 3 oracle cards. And I've kind of set a small premise of this reading because it's like the moon energy that this is what you might be releasing or receiving, I'd say in the next 30 days or a moon cycle. Um, just putting that time grid out there just to see what's new and fresh that's coming your way. What are you illuminating? Because it does feel like you're definitely coming out of stressed energy, and you may have felt that you were in that moon phase for a little too long. I know the feeling well. So yeah, let's do your oracle cards first. What do you need to release? Well, this is what we're here to find out. Crazy. And each evolutionary turn requires you to give up who you think you are. Oh, yeah. And begin now. Take your first step. So far, the cards seem to me like they're in, complete flow. It's everything that we've asked this reading to almost highlight for us. So it does feel like endings and beginnings. So even though we're going to pull some tarot out, what is it that you need to release? I feel like because you had been in that stuck energy and you've got this gentle calmness of chamomile, that maybe you've already done it. Maybe that it was that heavy that there was no choice but release it. Sometimes that works too, right? When, shit's really hit the fan, it's like, I can't actually take any more. Like, I'm just going to surrender. Um, But then when you come out of that fog or that haze, you realize that the journey was, of course, divine and that you needed to go and get that data or that intel of that story so that you could begin a new chapter, to go, okay, I got it. Check. Thanks for the advice. I'm on my way again. I've got new lease of energy. Um, but let's see what tarot says. So get a we're going to get 3 cards for what you've either released or are about to release. Okay, 7 of Cups, 4 of Pentacles, Page of Cups. Yeah, I feel like I'm just about to repeat myself because I feel like when you were in this phase and that you've had this clear vision come through, because you've had so many options, which has been a good thing to have so many options and multiple choice. It's it can I mean, sometimes it's a nice place to be, but sometimes it can almost overwhelm you, right? Because then you start to have too much choice, and you've had to really sit in that stew of what's the next right move? What's my next journey? Where's my next start? I don't know. What's my next decision I need to make? Like, where are my first steps? But I feel like, yeah, I think that, and that has, it slowed your wheels, right? You've not been able to actually move forward. It's like you're stuck in transit. You've not been able to catch that next stream or flow of consciousness. So it has kept you feeling like a bit cray cray. But I feel like with Page of Cups, it's like you actually have picked that cup and you've realized that it's actually been with you since as long as you can remember. I'm really looking at this young energy, this young version of who you are. It's like you've had to really go in within yourself to realize that the stuff that you've offered, you've been given this divine instruction, and so you actually almost have to play amongst. I'm actually just wondering. I'm wondering that when you've now got this clarity because you were in this like soup of multiple choice, was there something you threw out as an idea when you were younger, but it was actually the right idea, the right decision, and that now you've just recalibrated it, and so you've now gone back to that original wisdom so that you can get some flow. I think salmon go upstream, right, to reproduce. So I'm wondering, or have you been fighting that current? I just feel like you have been doing it hard. You've been going upstream somehow, and now you've realized that actually it doesn't need to be that way, right? Because the weight of all the other cups has slowed you down. And so now you're going to streamline it. Is like that's what you've been releasing. It's like you've made one choice and you've realized that the choice that you needed to make, it's been with you since the beginning. It's that you'd forgotten or you hadn't realized or you didn't think it was that particularly special. Um, but now you've got this laser focus. So where does it go next? Like, what's this new evolution? Because Page of Cups is young energy. It's like that sort of young energy where, okay, I've got this really new idea. You've got to take the first step. It's time to begin. You've got that clarity. That's why you're out of this funk. So now it's how do you get traction? What is it that you're receiving now to whatever you've had laser focus about, and you will know more about this than me. Um, there's something that you've had to make a decision about recently and it's been weighing heavy and now you've got like crystal clear focus. It's like, yeah, I know what I need to do. Finally, I got it. The nuggets dropped. But what is coming my way? What do you need to receive? Nine of Wands, Five of Cups, and Crown of Pentacles. You know, Nine of Wands energy can, Justice card. Nine of Wands can sometimes feel like you're at a puff, you know, like you're like, how much more of this journey can I do? Like it's been a battle. It's been for sure like less than easy. Um, but what it also represents is that you're almost there. It's like you're at almost at the summit of where it is you need to be. You've actually done the climb. And now you're going to turn around and see the vista. You're going to see how much you've accomplished. And I think that's why she's looking back here. It's like she's realized how hard that was and probably defeating the purpose energy. You know, sometimes we always think we need more ideas, more things, more tools to do what we need to do, or we need more money to do something, or we need whatever it is, you fill in the blanks. But the fact is that you didn't need the seven cups, you only needed the one. And that whatever you left behind, the five that you left behind, it doesn't matter. They weren't necessary for you to continue on. It just kept you in that stuck energy. It's like you couldn't move forward, but you couldn't move back either. Like you couldn't, it just kept you in that perpetual cycle of confusion. Because maybe you were looking a little bit too about what's gone wrong or how they're not potential or possibilities. And so it's hard to get into that manifesting mode when you feel like you're in lack, but it really is just about changing the perception, because it's like you've gained that wisdom. It's like you've been able to realize that whatever this idea or manifestation or this thing that you didn't almost let go of, a reminder of an earlier dream, it's that by co-creating, it's like one plus one makes two, right? And and as a consequence, you're able to build and grow something from it. And so that's the abundance that you create. It's not by having more tools or more options or more opportunities. It's that you almost, it's not even that you make your own opportunities, it's that opportunities just appear when you're on the right track, and less is more. And it's always counterintuitive for us, always. We always think we have to overcomplicate things. But you just need something pure and uniquely yours, and trust that. And I think why this full moon card, it's like you've got the battle scars, you've got the wisdom. It's tattooed within you, and you know that you can always reach out if you needed more tools. But at the end of the day, you've got this laser focus of how you want to project it forward. And I think with cat energy, it's like, don't worry, you've got 9 lives. But also, cats like sleep a lot of the time, right? They're active when they need to be, but they're actually very like gentle, and they mostly live and sleep in a box. So it's like they know when to project their energy forward, and don't worry about taking risks, because it's all going to work out. Let me see what's been revealed for you. What's been revealed for pile 3? 5 of Swords, 4 of Wands, and 7 of Wands. And the bottom of the deck, 10 of Wands. Yeah, like you're there. You're there's there's just that tiny little next step you need to make to complete all of this cycle. And you're moving away from that hard energy where you feel like you have to overanalyze, and you're realizing that there's success in the community that you're building, and that you are a warrior. Yeah, it's like put the swords down, remember your warrior mode, and that if it starts to feel too heavy, it's time to move away from those strategies, and remember um, that whatever it is you're manifesting or trying to call in, that it's actually going to happen. It's going to be there. And because this reading is on the premise of 30 days, it's going to be sooner than you think. And especially when you've got the 10 of Wands, you're closing out this cycle. You've realized how hard you've worked or tried to fudge your way through that chaos and confusion, but it's so not necessary. You've got that spark of genius now, and you've got an old memory that's really activating within you to bring you in the most grounded, connected way, and that you're going to be celebrating sooner than you realize. But it's just the beginning, because again, there's going to be more and more up cycles to this story. But you're fierce and you're strong and you're determined and connected, and some hard lessons bring some big blessings. So I'm not worried about you at all, pile two. I think you've got it. Let's get a final message to close out the reading. Whoa. At the end of the day, we can endure much more than we think we can. Yep. That reminds me of this tale I heard about Nine of Wands, which I just love to share. Nine of Wands is this energy where there's a frog in a bowl of cream, and he can't get out of the bowl, and he's working hard and he's slopping around and he can't get his grip, and he just keeps kicking without any success at all. And he's just about to give up. He's like, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. Like, enough. And what he hasn't realized is through all the struggle that he is creating a blob of butter which acts as a stepping stone out of the bowl. And it's like he's three kicks away from butter. And that's kind of where I think your energy is right now. You're three kicks away from butter, and you literally just need to do a little bit more to close out this cycle. And you'll realize that there's always a way, but that you'll look back and go, it didn't have to be that hard. And this is going to be my new way of looking at life now. It's that when the struggle feels heavy, it's like readjust, get that laser focus back, and take a nap while you can't figure it out, Act like a cat. Okay, pile two, that's all I have for you. Thanks for watching. And if you liked the video, I'd appreciate it. Thanks a million.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit subscribe. Thanks a million.
Hi, pile three. So this is your moon card and your charm of like fairy or Tinkerbell. Are you looking up for answers? Have you been trying to get some divine wisdom? Have they gone unheard? Feel like you're trying to create a vision, but you're not sure what to put in it. And you're just looking for a little leg up. That's probably why you're here. So let's see what we can get for you. So pile three, we're going to do an essential oil. We're going to look at the essential oils to help me tune into the emotions and also to clear some of the energy around the story for me and for you. We're going to look at what it is you need to release, or what are you releasing, or what have you released, and also what is coming your way. What are you receiving? What do you need to receive? And then we're going to see what's being revealed by all of that. And we're going to do 3 oracle cards and then tarot, but let's get the oil first because I feel like Wise Warrior, Rosemary. Transforms negative power, brings in your inner warrior and the courage to say no. Interesting. Whoa, very medicinal. Very rosemary. Okay, let's see what your cards say. Wise Warrior. I feel like you want to take action. I feel like you might have been in a bit of a situation, and maybe you have the answers. Maybe you know you need to make decisions, but you just need a way to do it. You need some advice on what's the correct course of action here. But no doubt you do have the strength to do it, whatever it is. And I've also kind of made a mini time frame for this reading. So we're looking at a moon cycle. So we're going with 28 to 30 days. just to see what you're releasing, receiving, and what's coming your way, what's being revealed. Why do you need these answers? Help you make sense to it all. See what we can get for you. Okay. Believe in the impossible. Blue moon. Okay. I am a galactic starseed blooming. 1718. Okay. So strange that the cards in the other piles have had either 17 or 19. It's crazy. And your next card, begin now. Wow, this was in the second pile too. Interesting. Oh, wow. Pile 3, you are so ready for so much more in your life. And I think that's why you're struggling and you're needing a message beyond the normal realms of advice or Google searches. I feel like you might be having a teeny tiny identity crisis, or I feel like you're in a situation where something has to give way and you have to release it. And it's probably becoming a little bit toxic. I feel like that's why we've got this rosemary to kind of clear the senses a bit. And it's hard, right? It's hard to gain momentum when something feels so heavy. And to even start the reading with believe the impossible, it's like perhaps you don't even know that it is possible. And it's like even with Tinkerbell or fairy energy, everything just seems so like and galactic. Like there's so many realms talking to you here. It's like nothing in your current reality fits into those dimensions, and yet that's what you're called here. You've got you've got a crazy intense situation here. You've either woken up from your reality and know that it doesn't fit anymore, but you might not sure what it is that you need to be putting in your vision or vision board or the next chapter, or because it's powerful stuff. It's like you've maybe gone through a spiritual awakening. Maybe you've come out of a heavy relationship. Maybe the job that you've been doing for so long just no longer, or probably maybe never even did resonate fully with you. And the downloads you're getting seem impossible. And it's like, what? This is crazy. But it seems like you are ready to take a journey. And it's about building some sort of courage within yourself to trust all those downloads you're getting. I believe we don't get these downloads unless we're ready to take action on them, certainly on a higher level. And then it just comes down to that human self, where we're going to now cover and riddle it in doubt and fear and sabotage. But the cards are asking you to believe in the impossible. So, what is it? What are the messages that you're getting right now that seem very out there, but that you can't put down? It's like whatever next evolution you're going to start bringing in is huge, but it's a dream you can't put down. It's so stretching you that you have no choice. It's like you have to begin now, because you've just shifted your vibration and your frequency to a completely different level, that if it's a relationship or a job or a situation, they kind of just vibrate out of your reality. It's like there's just such a dissonance that it can't help um it can't stay within the same frequency. I'm not sure if I'm explaining that right, but it's like it just gets repelled. It just moves out, and you're like, how did my world shift so quickly? I actually have no idea. Like it's like just yeah, it's like a house of cards that's it's either collapsing like a house of cards, or that's where you've been. Like I'm not saying that in a bad way, but in a way that your current and past is just kind of dismantled itself. It's like that tower moment in tarot. But it's also that the download you're getting, it has that possibility to build like a house of cards. Like you just, when you kind of literally build a house of cards, it's the delicacy that it takes and the gentle energy that it takes to kind of mold its shape into some tangible whisper of a structure. That's the energies you're playing with right now. But the clue is that no matter how tiny the piece is or the first step is, the ability there, the belief is there that it is possible. Oh my God, this is crazy. Love it. Pile 3. Okay, let's take the first card. So what is pile 3 releasing? We've got Temperance. We've got Four of Wands. And we've got the Chariot. Four of Wands is usually like, celebration card, home, happy home, etc. But what I'm resonating with is this echo. It's a different deck. Oh no, it's the same deck, sorry. But the moon in this card is like almost identical. And it's like it's highlighting that all of these areas in your life, if they're not in alignment with your dream, hmm, I feel like what's been grown so far in your reality, it's like you're almost stomping it out. It's like you're almost treading on it, even though it it was fine. It was growing. It had energy. It wasn't terrible. You've just got a brand new version of yourself in the background coming in and trying to heal this separation of yourself. It's like there's another version of you that needs to speak right now. And but you've got one foot in, one foot out. And I think that's why there's the first step that needs to happen. But it takes that belief in impossible, the belief in the possible for it to work. And it's about trusting yourself with whatever download you're getting. And it's like your whole it's like every idea that you have, you need to hold it up into that moon energy to see if it fits. It's like, is this a true signal that I'm getting with what I want? Does it stand up to the test? Because sometimes when we go through a catastrophic event, like end of a job or relationship or whatever it is, we can go quickly into reassembling a new life, and then you just presume that that was divine. But I feel like it's asking you to take a little bit of patience, and whatever ideas that are coming through, just hold it up to the light and see if it passes the test. Really ask yourself that, because what happens is this river here, like once you put your step in, you start to bring these ideas with you. They almost become attached to you. It's like you pull all of that information out of this etheric, galactic, intangible world, and you start wearing it as a cape. And it's not only that, it's that you're happy to do it, and the frequency and the success that comes with it is, it's like you start dancing with the universe. So I feel like what you're releasing is these old tangible parts of your life that don't resonate anymore, or just not in your highest good. And the clues are that when you release them, you'll start to gain traction. Let's see what you're receiving. Oh yes, Queen of Wands, Seven of Wands, and the Sun. See, 19. Just can't make this stuff up. Like, those cards are epic, pile 3. It's like you completely stand in your divine power. You, it's like you know exactly the road you're taking. You know exactly the message you want to share, the direction you want to take, and not only are you guided by your own, she is like a wise warrior, isn't she? She's like, she just transforms the energy in front of her. So I don't know what it is, your gifts that you have, but it obviously translates across more than just yourself. And you know, every pile, this readings have all had the Seven of Wands. It's like you're standing up and taking charge of your life. It's that you're starting to play by your own divine rules. And when we do that, not just yourself, but everybody, when we actually follow our destined path and we believe in the impossible, and we realize that we are all probably star seeds and that we're here to raise the vibration of the collective, that when we do that, we start honoring and answering the call. And it does take that courage to kind of be a bit cruel, but you stomp on that current reality that no longer serves you. And that's when you build the courage to say no. Because the hardest thing, you know, it's easy to walk away from a situation that's unbearable, but it's harder to walk away from a situation when it's comfortable but not fulfilling. That's the worst kind of lukewarm existence, right? And I feel like that's just, this message is just this push for you to take that courage to go, you've got it. Like, you can do it. It doesn't mean that there's casualties, that you're hurting. You're freeing them, if that's people or jobs or circumstances. You're freeing those situations to go about their business and grow their own wings, you know? So it is a win win, even though we will cripple ourselves in doubt that we're letting someone down or whatever. But the truth is, if you don't do it, you're letting yourself down, and you literally have to live by your divine rules. And this is when, ta-da, the sun. To get the sun and the moon together, it's like I love it. I love, love, love it. So, what is this sun revealing? Please tell us. What is the sun revealing for pile three? The devil, the tower. Whoa. Nine of Wands. Balance, justice. Yeah, so there you go. I was talking about the tower moment, and I was talking about the self-sabotage and the obligations we feel we have for others, especially when the waters look warm, you know. It's easy to walk away from the tower moments because sometimes we're pushed, right? Um, but this shadow energy that just lurks comfortably, uncomfortably, tempting to just stay the same, tempting to just kind of not raise our frequency to really transform negative power. I mean, that's what you hold. Whatever it is within you, these gifts that are born within you, that's what you do. You bring balance to the dark. Like you lighten it up. You've got the sun energy and the moon energy, like, and you've got justice. Like, you're either working with some galactic guides, definitely, and again with the echo of the sun here, and look, Two of Cups energy underneath, like pile three. This is the definitely the most powerful reading of the three. But again, that always comes with like that harsh consequence, right? We don't ever seem to. I think the sun burns the brightest when we've had some darker times, and it seems like your brightness is quickly on its way. And it will be a reminder that whatever you release and say goodbye to, that you start to reveal the true essence of who you are, this wise inner warrior, this Queen of Wands energy, and you have a total universe behind you. Love it. I love this reading. Let's get a final message for you. Though I feel like, I mean, look at all these major arcanas you've got. You've got one, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, like, hello. This is a defining moment in your life. And obviously take what resonates, But what I would say to you, it's like time to stand up. It's time to call it. It's calling in your fuck yeses and saying no to your hell no's, and no longer stay in the maybes. Okay, let's get a final card for pile 3. Good laugh and a long sleep are 2 best cures for anything. Yeah, we don't like to hear it, do we? But we do take life very seriously sometimes. And I wonder if that's why humans love not only to laugh and sleep. Like, they're 2 great things that humans love. So we obviously need them. And so we don't always have to do such hard hustle energy, you know? Like, sometimes it comes easy. And I feel like this is what I know for sure from my own experience, that when I want to talk to the galactic team, for example, I need to be in high energy. And so laughing always brings that to me. And I feel like I connect quite instantly when I do that. And I feel like there's a clue in there for you as well. But the fact that I think that when you are sleeping, I feel like these energies are coming in to whisper to you. You know, you've got like all these like great little energies that's permeating your psyche. So they're reminding you of your soul mission and destination. So all you have to do is take the first step. So pile 3, delighted to read for you today. And I would love for you to like the video, and see you next time.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit subscribe. Thanks a million.